Hey, shout out to Box Rep TV.
Yes, sir. There's your answer right there, man. Now let's talk about boxing, bro. Current event: Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. What weight class right now are you at? You're 147, correct, for the Team Combat League? So you're fitting into that 147-pound frame. Let's talk about Errol Spence. Errol Spence is known for being a big guy. He's talked about moving up to 154. How do you think him having to make weight 147 over and over and over again will affect this fight? How do you think that goes? How do you think that weight drain may take place and to affect this fight?
Truth be told, for him, I don't think it's gonna bother him because his style and the fact is he's very disciplined. You got to people I ended up by being out here in Dallas. I ended up getting more feedback on the man, and which one I'm a huge fan of Earl and Terrence as well. Truth be told, I didn't want them to fight. That's just me.
Really?
But at the same time, I know that's a sport, and that's the one got the belt, they got to get the belt. They got to figure out who's the best. I get that, But yeah, so getting the background on Earl and everything, the dude's very straight to the point. He's a hard worker. You ever look at it, and he's very disciplined to when it comes to certain crafts, or to his craft. His style is honestly. It's actually made and breaded for him so that he doesn't have to do extra stuff, and I'm over getting attacked.
That's all good, man.
But yeah, so his style for that is not as bad as most people end up thinking about it. So him cutting weight to 47, his style, it's going to be like a slow build up, but he starts out fast, but he ends up micromanaging it in the right position of when to be explosive, when not to be explosive, when to add pressure, when not to add pressure. So it's not like argument's sake for me. If I drop down to 35, that's already a lot, right?
Right.
And so the fact is in that my style is very moving. I'm moving, I'm here and there, type of ordeal, give you different angles, different directions and stuff like that. That's basically like life draining. That is draining from somebody that comes from 160 down to 35. I don't know where Errol's coming from or what weight class that he's coming or how much he weighs before he drops down, but his style is very more that shelled and pushed forward. You're not losing a lot of energy like that most people think. So he's able to keep that pace for a while.
Gotcha.
So now it'll be a different story if we're talking Terrence. If he was coming from like 180 or 170, he had to drop all that weight, down to 47. Now that would be more questionable because his style factors in that he switches up. It factors in that he goes more orthodox to southpaw. One side is where he's being a bully, the other side he's being a boxer. That is a lot of styles, and that takes a lot of stamina to constantly keep switching up.
Gotcha.
But if anybody's able to do it, it's definitely Terrence, So this is what makes that fight very much exciting and basically why it draws so many people in, because it's like what's going to honestly break first, or if we're going to see a break, what's going to end up happening. So, I'm excited to watch it.
Okay, so talk to me about that breaking. You said that's the mentality that you try to bring into the ring, try to break a guy. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford both had that mentality of, man, I'm trying to break you. How do you see that fight going?
See, right there, it's definitely going into being the wheel. And if you have to end up placing it, it kind of just... That one's a tough one.
I know,
that's a tough one. Everybody's like going back and forth, and I know I'm just supposed to sit there and say it. But I'm going for a draw. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll sit there and say for a draw, 'cause I like them both. I'm not going to lie, because it's just like it comes down to like any given day. Like it could be the fact that Terrence is off today, and then Earl's will honestly pushes him over,
right.
Or it could be Earl off today, and then it gives out Terrence over. It's like we both seen both of the fighters hurt before, and we both seen them honestly work their way over that with a smile on their face.
Right.
And the fact is that when we ended up finding out when they're behind on the scorecards, what type of attitude they gave and what they do finish the fight. So it's like they're like brothers in so many ways. It's just now it's like a samurai versus a funky ninja, if you want to go ahead and
a ninja turtle, man.
There you go, a ninja turtle. So it's like and I'll leave that up to y'all to guess who's the ninja turtle and
right.
And who's the samurai. But either or, they're both tight. Because like me, I am you ended up stating like the samurai way. I'm tatted up all the way up like Japanese style, but African culture brought in, you know. So definitely living that like samurai way of a warrior way type of ordeal. And I can tell you that it gets jobs done, but we need a little bit of spice on it, you know, and that's where the Ninja Turtle kicks in. So boom.
Right.
You know, elevation.
Well,
Elevate.
we got Andre Ewell here, man, and like you said, he gets the job done. We're looking forward to you seeing more from UFC Team Combat League, possibly Team Combat League Season 2. I hope you're a part of that, man. I guarantee you will be a bright, shining star, man. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Shout out to Box Rep TV.
Busquen el Charac Borrec TV.
¡Telemundo!